Radiating Your True Self. May 24, 2014. It is more important to be yourself than it is trying to be someone or something that you are not. We are certain many of God's beautiful children have been told this at least once in their lives, and you know it's true. So much damage is created when you begin creating yourself in an image out of falseness, where your authentic and beautiful self is sometimes roughly pushed aside. Isn't it time to end the charades, to take down those masks created out of the sole purpose to impress others, for attention, the look at me syndrome? Be yourself, beautiful children. It is much easier and more liberating to allow your true self to shine radiantly, than it is to cover up your intrinsic and vital beauty of your natural self. And we are not talking about exterior beauty, as physical appearance does not demonstrate or determine the nature of your inner self, the self that is a tremendous part of your authentic, pure self. The deepest part of yourself, the part that cries out for simplicity over complexity, truly yearns to shine. Let yourself shine, beautiful children of God. Take the time to comprehend that your true and authentic self isn't a common term used in your modern-day language. It is a term more closely associated with many spiritual and religious paths and calls that your heart and soul may direct you towards. Your authentic and true self is the purest part of you. Whereas many spiritual and religious practices and exercises rely on faith, testing to see if you are coming from your true self is not the same. Knowing your true and authentic pure self comes from experiencing life and embracing what has happened, cultivating the lessons into knowledge and wisdom, allowing what you have learned to become a natural part of who you are, not denying your truth. It is up to you to allow your true self to come to life and to shine its radiancy. If you are keenly observant, you will learn to distinguish the difference of your true and authentic pure self to what is not, by your actions, thoughts, feelings, words, and of course your choices. Unfortunately, none of you are born with a switch or a device that allows you to turn off the false self and turn on the real and authentic self. Because the human psyche is so divided, you have days and moments where you feel secure and confident, then you have days where you feel less certain about everything. Negativity comes for a visit and your confidence takes a dip. The moments you are feeling secure and confident, accepted, and at peace are the times when you are experiencing your true self. The other moments, beautiful children of God, you are within the grips of your ego false self. The ego false self can be troubling because it makes it difficult for you to realize you are not those negative thoughts or feelings. It can be very convincing. When you are snide to another or push someone away because you feel they are less than you, that is your ego, false self, not your authentic self in action. When you are respectful and accepting of others, feeling good about life, then you are demonstrating your true authentic pure self. What goes on in your mind has the ability to turn one into the other, so your thoughts are incredibly important to how you come across to others and most importantly to yourself. During the moments you find yourself stuck in dark, troubling moments that can occur, it is important to get some perspective to what is occurring from a trusted source, a friend that is not biased, so they can tell you what they are seeing from what you are displaying, because sometimes awareness of yourself can become clouded. Try to remember, beautiful children of God, that your true authentic and pure self is confident and concise about things. Someone who is coming from their true authentic and pure self is someone who is confident, doesn't allow the endless siege of external influences to lead them to confusion. They don't permit conflict to enter their peaceful existence. They are at peace with themselves and give off peaceful energy. Your everyday ego, false self will shift from one thought to another easily each day, whereas your true authentic pure self is stable and secure. There is no shift, all is steady and fluid. The true authentic pure self is driven by truth. A person coming from this pure state of mind is not hindered when they come face to face with truth, and they welcome truth. Unlike those that are still inflicted by the controlling ego false self, they are driven by the endless demands of me, mine, and even I. The person who demonstrates their true authentic pure self is someone who is at peace, not only with themselves but with everything. They have learned to bring calm to their busy mind and to let go of negative impulses and energy as they understand the healthful benefits of being at peace brings. The dear souls that still remain living within their ego false self are easily agitated, made upset, and have the habit of pushing away those they think are inferior, when in truth all people are equal and have something to share, to teach, and to grow from one another. God does not choose one over the other when He shines His radiant love on you, He bestows equally. If you're coming from your true authentic pure self, you understand from within that your true self emerged because of unconditional love. If you don't love yourself, your false, ego self will have you looking externally, into sources that may only make conditions worse, not better. Discovering your true authentic pure self starts with you loving yourself from within. Loving yourself for all that you are, loving yourself for all your strengths and for all your weaknesses, as you are made up of both. If you look at the qualities of what determines your true authentic and pure self, you will see that self-reliance, love, creativity, deep inner knowing, accepting, peaceful, and able to relate easy with the world around you. Even if trouble finds its way to someone who is living from their true authentic and pure self, they will be able to bring calm into their difficult situations and make sound decisions that utilize the best qualities of their true authentic and pure self. Unfortunately, many of your brothers and sisters of God are still inflicted by selfishness, greed, panic, impulsiveness, criticism, demeaning competition, and other qualities that are a reflection of their ego false self in control. Society and sometimes caregivers have taught you to be this way. Your own self-worth for the most part you determine on how successful you are in what you are able to possess, own, and materialistically achieve. Understand, dear ones, that money and status doesn't enhance your true authentic and pure self, it feeds your ego false self. When you are finally able to recognize your ego false self from your true authentic pure self, you can begin retraining your mind to restructure your wants from what you don't like based on the healing love you are giving yourself. You become so much stronger when you let go of the many ego false self trappings. You are no longer hindered by their grip. Freedom and liberation fills your spirit, and every choice you make is based on love and provides fulfilling experiences along the way. You will quickly determine that it is much more joyful to live authentically than living from your ego false self, the false side of you that lived in fear and insecurity. You are strong, loving, and capable. Once you change how you think of yourself and begin loving yourself, you will begin living purely and authentically. And you just might wonder, what took you so long? As you move along this rewarding path of living from your true authentic and pure self, you will recognize great changes from yourself. You will start making better choices, and your awareness will become expanded. It won't be long after that you'll discover what your purpose is, and be encouraged by what you discover regardless how simplistic it is. You'll be able to give yourself challenges that are beneficial to your own growth and development, and meet new goals and travel in new directions with confidence. For some reason, beautiful children of God, the concept that every problem has a spiritual solution or deeper realization has been kept from you like a secret. Your solutions don't necessarily come from a higher power or from God. Even if God or another being of the divine directs you, realization comes from you. Until you discover your true authentic and pure self and begin living from this pure and divine place of mind, you don't understand or appreciate the power of optimism or hope, and that all the power to turn away from doubt and confusion begins with you, no one else, no outside source, just you. It is you, dear ones, that holds this power. It is you that brings all into possibility just by changing your thoughts and perception of yourself and how you perceive the world around you, including all the occupants that live on this fruitful planet. The path to discovering our true authentic and pure self isn't necessarily inspiring, as it requires a good deal of maturity and being able to face the truth when the truth presents itself. This path of self-discovery and of becoming is the source of all solutions that come from within you. This very fact is your inspiration. Life has so much to offer you, and through it you will face obstacles, but how you greet them and move through them does make a big difference and has an impactful influence on yourself. When life throws you a challenge, are you going to retreat to your ego false self, or still move forward coming from your true authentic and pure self? radiating confidence, love, and peace within each step. We conclude with the question that comes from a place of deep unconditional love, as I know you will determine which way is best for you and for those closest to you that are affected by your decisions and actions. Love yourself, be strong, come to know and be your true authentic and pure self, as she or he is radiantly beautiful. I am Archeia Lady Radiant through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com